Recording on.
No.
Oh, not yet. I'm not ready. Yeah, so you guys take down the Brotherhood of the Spider. You see exactly what they were doing, trying to bring life to that statue of that Lang spider. Like an actual proper Lang spider is probably considerably more powerful than whatever that was. But they were trying to... So you imagine that they were getting a lot of their spells and stuff like that fueled from that idol. It's kind of a quasi-deity sort of relationship with it. It was rewarding their worship by teaching them spells.
Well, it stood no match for us.
No match for you. It was destroyed post-haste. The book and the key now. I imagine you probably want to keep those in a safe place, considering all the mayhem that they caused in their first appearance. I don't know what you want to do with everything else. I'll leave it to you. We can jump to days ahead, or you can tell me what you do later that evening.
Yeah, I see that people were interested in that ritual, but I do wonder if it's a good idea to hold off on that when we're just a little bit stronger and more prepared to do such rituals.
It takes a while to learn it, too.
Yeah, that too.
The whole idea was to go help free somebody, right?
That's where you're interested, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm interested in the book because it's a dream book.
Does Arthur relay what he saw when he was beyond the veil for those instances?
Yeah, I imagine I told them about, I don't quite remember his name, but the husband of the cult leader here, as well as the night hag, and the other details of, I believe he was trapped in the dream realm by the Sorcerer's Guild.
Yes.
I'm a little foggy on all the details.
You learned that from the journal in Myra's bedchamber. So you know for a fact that in your earlier adventures, you went to a place named Jazadrun. It's either named after a person or that was the name of the place. And it was like some kind of cult or coven or loose organization that the Sorcerer's Guild did away with. And then that name popped up again, Jazadrun, in the journal of Myra Lombroso.
It would explain why Malagris detected us in there.
Yeah. You've been kind of watching on with interest. I've been rolling save. He's been scrying. I've been rolling saves for you in the background. You haven't detected him watching you yet. This save DC.
I imagine he's probably some
pretty
powerful diviner.
It's pretty high.
Didn't you call him a lore master?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those require 7 divination spells. I imagine he's a diviner, wizard, or some sort.
You haven't found out for sure yet. He's a pretty powerful caster.
Considering the fact that most of the magic we saw from him was divination, it's a decent guess at least.
Let's see. His
aside from his magnificent mansion.
Yeah, his mansion.
So we've seen conjuration and divination.
You imagine there's probably a lot of abjuration as well,
Probably abjuration as well, especially if he helped banish.
Yeah, you don't know if it was him or not. You heard it was the Sorcerer's Guild, and it was the head of the Sorcerer's Guild who was responsible for doing all these things. So Jazadrun and Nahum Caligaro got banished to this dimension that the Sorcerer's Guild created. You also find out that it's kind of like a dream banishment. Their consciousness and it's part of their personality that gives them the ability to wield magic successfully. That's what got put in the closet. Their physical being actually stayed in Lankhmar. Which is kind of not really sure how that would work. Now, when you guys were down in Jazadrun, you didn't encounter her body at all. But you did exit without fully exploring the place. You probably only explored about maybe a half to 2/3.
Yeah, we might be able to go back in there at some point.
Yeah, you could definitely go back at some point. You'd probably need the key to charge up again.
Yeah.
That's what opened it last time.
Yeah. The skeleton key?
Yep.
Yeah, doesn't that have 3 charges before it has to...
No, you have to wait for the year to go by for it to recharge on its own.
Is it different than the description says?
No, once you use 3 charges, it drains for a year. If you use 3 charges in a day.
Yeah, if you use 3 charges in a day, I don't think we use it all in a day.
It might have taken the 3 charges to break through the door.
Oh, that's fair. Fair.
If there's a wizard capable of tearing somebody's consciousness away and storing it in a dream realm that he created, he's probably got a pretty good lock and key system.
Makes sense.
The entity known as Slack Babs is something of a newcomer, though, like within the last 5 to 10 years, seem to be. And then you know that people had made sojourns into that dream realm. Myra had done it. And from what you saw, she wasn't any more skilled a caster than any of you guys. And you know that Esdragor had done it. Esdragor was the Blessed One. Esdragor was he was kind of a madman. The guy that pulled the book through originally had made a connection with Nahum. And at the time, he was more powerful than you are, than you were when you encountered him. But at this point now, it's probably fairly close. So he was capable of making the journey, but you think he made the journey in a different way. You don't believe that he used this ritual in the book. It sounded like he had some kind of ability that allowed him, in his madness, to kind of slip between realms.
Slack Babs, was she the
night?
Was
the
this
night hag?
The night hag?
Yeah.
At some point, we should pay her a visit. I'm sure that'll be fun.
Well,
but we're busy right now.
They are in that pocket dimension, so it seemed to be anyway. It looked like an alternate version of the house that you were in. You were in a room that was... The room that you were in was basically maybe what it used to look like in its prime, like the master bedroom, as opposed to what it is now. Kind of all disheveled and part of the wall missing and stuff like that. And you know specifically that when you got put to sleep, it didn't drag your physical body through, but your consciousness was right there, and you were awake and well aware of what was going on. And they were reacting to you. So in a way, you kind of traveled there for less than 6 seconds yourself. Just by going to sleep there. From the, I think it was the dream haunt that put you to sleep, right?
Yes, it was. We should visit her at some point. Not yet, but at some point.
So let's say the excitement of the days before, the day 2 days goes by. Everybody gets back their hit points.
Yeah, over the next couple days, I would like to basically go out and buy like a few scroll cases and get some like parchment.
Sure, yeah, that's no problem.
Like a few dozen bits of parchment.
Yeah, no problem. That's easy enough to do.
Just so I can start making primarily traps around my house for any snoops who want to try to invade.
Okay.
In the future. Yeah, how much will that cost me to get maybe 30 sheets of like scroll paper, like parchment?
So parchment, 1 bronze eagle for each parchment sheet, unless you want it like super fancy.
Oh, it doesn't need to be fancy.
Okay.
It just needs to be readable.
So bronze eagle is a silver. So 3 silver smaragds. Yep. And what I'll do is I'll put 1 in the party sheet, and you can drag it over to yours and put it on as many things as you want. Let's see, scroll tube 2.
Yeah, I'll buy a scroll tube.
Scroll case. Scroll case is a silver smaragd. You can buy as many as you want.
How heavy are they?
I think they're fairly light when they're empty.
They are half a pound. Okay, I can afford to carry a couple.
They're more bulky than anything. That's what the most of the weight comes from.
I'll take 2 of those then.
Okay. So 0.5. There you go. Once again in the party sheet.
If anybody else has anything they want to start buying, now's a good time because I have a few things I want to set up.
Did we split the money?
No, we haven't split the money. We haven't sold anything that you don't want to keep. There's a bunch of magic stuff in there. A bunch of magic talismans. The lesser talismans, you can use them once a month. The greater talisman, you can use once a day.
What was the field summons? Or is it in the description? Oh, I see it. You got it.
Should be identified in the description.
Yep.
I think either Zed or Luna is able to, or even Arthur, or Asami. Christ, there's enough of you that have spellcraft and stuff like that. So, and there's some actual magical potions in there. Some esoteric tomes you should probably take. Put them on your character
start
sheets.
Grabbing all those. Try to pawn off what we can. Keep the good stuff.
Yeah. So if I left the alcohol, even though it's bulky and stuff like that, you guys can go back the next day. The house is empty. The haunts have been pretty much dismissed.
If you want,
I'm not going to make you fight them all again, but they might pop up.
If you want to basically get like a bunch of like saddlebags, I can create a bunch of shadow mounts to basically help carry that.
You don't really need
Are these talismans up for grabs?
Yeah, everything on the party sheet is unclaimed. There's a lot of stuff. There's talis.
Loot.
There's I think a book that Arthur put in there specifically for you called Ex Oblivione.
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of spells in it.
Okay.
That's the one with
you were scribing some spells out of it actually.
Yeah, that's the one with Wall of Fire, but it's electricity instead.
Yeah. Okay. I want this one. And this one.
Mouse comes out carrying 3 feet of.
No, this guy's not a mouse. This guy's an elf.
I have mouse tendencies.
Now that I have some parchment, I'm going to go ahead and set up a few nice little surprise near my house. The sewer entrance, like the spot that leads into my house from the sewer.
Okay, the part with the sealed door.
Yeah, the sealed door. Like the outs. I'm basically going to go to the outside portion of it, like where the door is, like in the sewer side.
Okay.
I am basically going to like take one of the parchments. I'm going to place a nice shadow conjuration sepia snake sigil on there, and I'm going to apply that to the door so that anybody who tries to mess with this place and decides to read that's going to get a nice surprise.
Okay. There's still the lingering trap on there that summons the Yeth Hound.
Yes.
Yep.
Is it still the remind me exactly how that one works?
It resets once every week. So.
And how is it activated?
If you touch the door without
the password?
I think so. Let me bring up Pop-Off's house. I forget now.
Even so, I kind of want to do it just to add my own little flair to this place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That, and I can always check on it every now and then to see, I see somebody's fall into my snare, and I'll be able to find out who it is.
Let me see here.
If you're familiar with what Sepia Snake Sigil does.
I am, yep. Is there a cost for scribing that, or is it just because it's a shadow?
It is a shadow spell, so
Okay.
it does not inherit the material component cost.
Cool.
It does have disbelief and all that, and the percentage chance to work if they do disbelieve it, but otherwise the casting time of the components are as shadow conjuration.
Trap. Let's see here.
Basically, could put a couple of these around my house where some like valuable stuff is, and I am gonna make sure that I put like in front of the paper, basically like some like protective coverings over it, so you have to actually investigate the paper itself to basically trigger it. It's more so to get rid of snoops and people who are trying to take advantage of the house.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you have to know the name of the hound. I think that's the password.
Did I ever find out the name of the hound?
I don't know if you did. I know I had it written on a piece of paper, but that was before I moved. It started with K.
In that case, if I don't know it currently, I can try to do some research on that later on. I could go through like a different sewer entrance and just make my way over to that door.
You could go through the Blue Canary.
Yeah. Speaking of the Blue Canary,
yes.
We still have that parakeet, don't we?
Yep.
They were looking for that, and I believe that it's good to make a peace offering to them, make some allies.
Yeah, I think the guy's name was Ekai.
Yeah, Ekai. While I am going to set up my traps, I am going to basically inform them that I have something that they might want.
Aha. Is there a request for a reward?
Oh, no, of course not. This is simply an offering to a friend of mine. We are friends, aren't we?
I believe we are.
Excellent.
Is there a story that goes along with this? How'd you come upon it? I'd like to maybe pay somebody a visit if they haven't already been.
Oh, there's no need for that anymore. They have been thoroughly punished for what they've done. A bunch of, the best way to describe it is scavengers, people who are peddling trance and doing a lot of looting. They are no longer in the picture. And since this was part of their bounty, I figured, as your friend, of course, you would want this.
Arthur, let me buy you some lunch.
Arthur just gives him a smile at that.
Okay. Yeah, and just a couple of the random walkers around. You've seen them there a bunch of times. You don't get the vibe that they're sort of in charge, like Ekai. They'll just pat you on the back as they walk by, kind of like you've been sort of accepted amongst them. They know not to mess with your place. They've got the understanding. They know that you've already paid your dues.
Yeah, especially since I've
This little favor that you've done for them is
give them a favor. Just build some rapport with them is what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely. And the more you live in this neighborhood, the more you realize that these guys kind of run the neighborhood.
Of course, it's always a good idea to make friends, powerful friends. After all, I am useful, am I not?
Absolutely, you are. Interesting as well, Arthur. Very interesting.
Interesting how, I wonder.
Well, you never did tell us how you came upon the property that you now own.
Well, to put it in to make a long story short, the prior owner simply passed away through very unfortunate means. Not my means, of course. I simply came across his body, and the person who.
See, you can tell he's doing a sense motive right now.
I'm not technically lying.
No, you're not lying. He's kind of sizing you up. Okay.
I'll let him see through me. I'll allow him.
Okay. There's no way for him to tell for sure, but you get the vibe that he believes. He's nodding and.
Generally speaking, that man, a prior source, a pop-off, yes, a prior apprentice for the Sorcerers Guild.
He was a nasty bit of business. That man. He wasn't the friendly neighbor that you are.
Yes, necromancers tend to do that, but I am no necromancer, so I wouldn't stoop to his level.
He wasn't as affable. It was a more business-like arrangement that we had with him.
Maybe that's why he's dead.
Could very well be.
More friendly.
It never hurts to have friends, does it, Arthur?
Oh, of course, friends are a very valuable asset.
This is
the best way to describe it.
These are two favors that you've done. You've returned the silver knife of one of my comrades, and you've returned back this token, who's the symbol of the bar. I want to know what I can do for you.
For now, not too much. I simply ask that you remember my kindness, because friends, which we are, help each other out when we need assistance.
Absolutely. You know that I'm a decent go-between for fairly valuable goods. I can procure, and I can also find people who might want certain items.
Funny that, because I have a couple other friends who are very interested in doing that exact thing, likely with you.
Excellent. Do you like to keep my involvement unknown, or do you want to bring them by the bar?
Oh, I'm sure they'll figure out our involvement at some point. No need to keep secrets around them. At least not too many.
Excellent. Is this the people that you were with previous?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. You know,
-1, but
I've seen
another.
I've seen the comedian. She's quite good.
Quite skilled indeed. Very valuable. I'd rather not lose her if I can afford that.
What's the name of the redhead?
Oh, Baccae? Oh, she's an interesting one. Quite enchanting.
She is.
Fey-like almost.
She is. Is she with that other one? The kind of broody sort of man?
They're inseparable, but I'm not certain in that specific way. Perhaps you should ask her.
Yeah, you don't want to be. I don't want to be too forthright.
Understandable.
I'd rather keep our relationship professional for the start. Then we'll go from there.
Of course, that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you enjoy my gift. I'm going to be applying, and since friends tell each other things, I recommend not having people even looking at the door to my abode, because I'm going to be applying a few things to the door itself. Something that eyes will trigger.
The front door?
No, the door down here.
I see. The under door. Yes. Okay, I will. If you don't mind, I'll make a guild mark at the far end of the hallway that warns off anybody who would know of such things, and that would
be useful.
That would eliminate any of the professionals from mistakenly falling into whatever trap you might have laid.
Oh, it is unlikely the professionals are the ones to fall for it. It'd be the desperate who are more likely to do so.
And who cares about them?
I like you. I like the way you think.
Well, as an aside, you know what he used to do for Popov is procure him bodies. He does. This isn't part of the conversation. You learned this.
Yeah.
He was, whenever they had somebody who had needed to go missing in the neighborhood, they would give him over to Popov and sell the remains. So, you absolutely know that transients or, non-guild member thieves or people have basically pissed them off. He has no problem disappearing them.
Always good to know.
And you know that they had a problem with the those who hear, because there was a wiped out temple of Shithakwa not too far away from your underhalls in the tunnels down below.
Before I depart for now, I do believe that you would appreciate a bit of information. Now, I do not remember if I've already informed you of this. I've had a very eventful week.
Arthur, you're the gift that keeps on giving.
Those who hear, are you aware that they are no more?
No.
You might already be, but it's been a long week for me, so perhaps things have already gone to you.
Change your name to Those Who Are Dead.
Those who don't hear so much no more. Those who... Wow. That's good to know. They were a bit of a thorn in our side.
A thorn has been plucked. I am sure that you will be most appreciative to know that.
We always thought that it was them who was responsible for the missing item. So.
Well, not necessarily. When we acquired these items, it was spiders more specifically, but they're the same thing at the end of the day.
I see.
Also gone.
I see. Very good. And the items that you have, the fallout from this? So I know.
What was his question?
He says the items that you wish to maybe pass along or unload is the fallout from all of this?
Oh, there's a lot of items that you might be interested in.
Okay.
I'm not holding them currently. That is the job of my more physically robust allies. But I will inform them that you are definitely looking for some stuff to move, and they are very likely to want things from you as well. I'm sure that all of us can make a lot of money from this.
Very good.
Well, with all that good news for you, I believe it's time to bid adieu for now.
He holds out a hand to shake his hand. Shake your hand.
I shake it. I shake his hand.
Arthur, It's good to see you. I was worried. You'd been gone for a few days. I should have known better than to worry about you.
I give him a smile. I still give him a smile. I'm not currently, I don't currently have my effect on, so I don't need to hide my mouth.
Okay. So the trap, was it maybe in Popoff's notes in the roleplay section?
It might have been somewhere in there.
There is, it's also in the player's notes. Should be. Yeah.
Pop-offs. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
If he mentions the name of the hound, that's the password. It basically turns the trap off for 10 minutes.
Hold on, here we go. Might be in here. The demon.
I know I had it written on a piece of paper, and I think I know what it was, but I can't specifically say 100% for sure. I did look at all the videos, and I didn't see anything, so... But yeah, it's no problem to go around the outside and come up. And,
Yeah, the trap is the trap, if you could call it that, is very simple. It's basically just applying the little bit of parchment to the outside, and basically like planting the sigil on there.
Okay.
It's not really to deter anybody who's actually trying. It's more to catch somebody who's just snooping.
Okay.
Somebody who's just curious.
All right, what do? You
I'll
just
probably-
put the piece of paper on the ground in front of the door, or...
I place it right onto the door. I don't have it just... I basically have like a second, like basically something to cover it.
Because when you
so
you know for a fact that when you touch that door,
Right, yes.
it summons the hound.
In that case, yes, I will apply it to the nearest wall then.
Okay. Just a hey, read me first,
Look like
kind
some form,
Yeah.
some sort of like correspondence or notes.
Yeah.
Just something for somebody who's curious.
Okay. Cool.
I'll probably apply a few more inside my house, but I believe that it's best to let the others do whatever downtime they're going to have, because I've taken a good amount of the spotlight so far.
That's okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'm going to study that dream book.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ness.
Put stuff in my spell book. I need components or something.
You just need, let's see here, on the player's notes, I think I put down the cost. No, I didn't.
Suggest people also take things off the party sheet before we sell stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if you want anything on the party sheet, make sure you take it. Also, remove the blue parakeet. That's been given over.
What's the name of that spell book with the wall of lightning?
Ex Oblivione. Yeah, so just drag that to your sheet if you want to keep that.
Let's see.
You also very likely want to keep the other book. The Paginarum Lethargica.
Yeah, that's Zed's digging into that one right now.
Might also want some of these
You guys could
potions.
all get together and all dig into it.
We'll grab this potion for now.
Do you guys have a central location you want to work out of, or you're just gonna like kind of split up and everybody go to their own?
My house is always available to them.
Okay.
Oh, also, Clevis Somnus. Somebody's going to want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Don't sell that. It is valuable. if nothing else.
So let's see here. Magic.
Okay, can you sell that off, or you get rid of it?
Let's see here. I went to. Maybe I made a table of it. I went to record it. How much it costs to scribe spells into spell books.
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm looking at it. It's hard to find. That's why I went to record it. Tables.
Hold on. Maybe if I just look up wizard, I'll find it.
I'm on the. It's in the spell page. Once it
Adding
goes.
spells to a wizard's spell book.
Yes, here we go.
Okay.
There's a little table. 0 level spell is 5 gold rilks. Well, first level spell is 10. Second level spell is 40. Third level spell is
How
90.
about-
Yeah.
How about I do this actually for y'all? Because I put fear in there. May as well put this in there.
How much is the fourth level?
Fourth
Fourth
level,
level is 160.
160 gold rilks.
160 gold rilks.
Yeah.
I only got 50.
It's an insane amount.
Well,
Yeah, well,
shit.
we also have a lot of unsold items currently.
You can
Hey,
also.
wait till the trip to the fence.
You can also.
Yes, I do inform the party about the beneficial relationship I have with the. I am blanking on their name for some reason.
Ekai, the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, Kai. I just forget what the guild was called.
I think his
for
name.
some reason.
It's either. Or. I think it's the second one. It's Ekai. I'll have to look in my
Kai, yeah.
players.
Yeah, I was
notes.
just blanking on it for a moment then.
There we go. Scribing scrolls. Scribing spells. You can also just study the spell out of the book.
Yeah, that seems a lot cheaper.
It's definitely a lot cheaper. I think you might have to make a roll though. You have to roll to learn it.
I will confirm.
Spells, gain a new level, adding spells.
Yeah, wizards are weird in how they get their spells.
Spellcraft 15 plus spell level.
Yep.
Wizard spells and borrowed spell books. Okay.
15
Spellcraft 15 plus spell level.
Yep.
spellcraft. 15. Oh, I get a 17 automatic.
Cool.
So
You're just lugging around books at that point.
yeah.
You could take 10. You could take 10 of those and
Yeah.
auto succeed them.
Yeah, that's way too expensive to put it in my book.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why there's not too many. That's why.
Hypothetically, you could tear the pages out and just like put them in your book.
It would,
you need to.
Yeah, it would really kill the value of the book, though, if you're going to sell it. Like, you could copy it
That
and
is
then sell it to get your money
Is
back.
there anybody
The book has
knows the
personality. It's
renown
unique.
of,
Is there any-
of Miss Luna?
If you're asking if there's anybody who might want their book,
Actually-
you might get some powerful friends pretty soon.
Oddly enough, Luna, kind of the opposite. Which is kind of...
Yeah, people are scared, right?
People are just like, who? It's almost like you're there, but you're not there, almost. It's
Like somebody has convinced everybody that you're not a wizard.
even though you are. It's almost like
Scream! I'm a wizard! All day! I've been screaming it for years!
exactly, and it's kind of you're going through like, don't you know who I am? No, and these people seem
There was some
pretty
guy
genuine.
who was, like, testing us.
Yeah.
Wizard or a sorcerer?
His name is Malagris.
He knows I'm a wizard.
He knows you're a wizard.
Oh, he's keenly aware, I imagine.
He friendly or we don't know?
He's been friendly. Are you guys talking about him?
Sure.
Okay, so when you do talk about him,
He teleports in.
he doesn't teleport in, but wherever you are, like say you're at Arthur's house, or say you're at the Church of Utah, or maybe in Zed's apartment, or maybe even in the he wouldn't do it in the tavern in the.
Oh, I inform my party not to snoop around my house, especially not to look at any documents I might have.
He's got all his dildos in the top drawer. Don't
I
look.
may or may not have placed a couple different parchments around my house.
Don't look in there. Yeah, so wherever you are, the outline of a doorway opens. I don't know who's present at the time, whether just the two of you are talking about him, or everybody's kind of around and you're checking books. And
Okay.
but and we don't have to play this part out right away. But when you guys start talking about Malagris, a portal appears, and it looks like you guys can make spellcraft checks if you want.
Okay.
I'm definitely interested.
24. Don't think that's enough. Okay, so this might be a pass wall spell, which is it's crazy powerful magic. Like it's an actual
Pass wall.
It's an actual extra dimensional tunnel that appears, and then
Wait a minute.
it leads to the extra dimensional doorway to his house.
Oh, okay.
Heard asphalt and
Does
tunnel.
it seem like an invitation, or is he coming
Yeah,
in?
it seems like an invitation. It opens up.
Oh.
Arthur walks inside.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm a wizard.
All right. Let's see here.
We recognize it from before. Right?
Yeah, it's the same.
I
It's,
didn't know
it's the same kind of portal that happened before. This is the. Let's see here. Share that.
Oh yeah.
Everybody going, or everybody's present? I would assume so, right?
Yeah, let's be.
I'm absolutely going in there.
Okay.
Sure.
So this is the door that you come through right here. And
Arthur, for once in his life, leading the pack.
Malagris
Actually, hold on. Depending on where he is.
is on the other side of a rather elaborate fountain. And he's smoking a pipe. I think before, I don't think I showed you an actual picture of him.
I think we got a description, but I don't know if we saw him.
That's him.
Oh, yep. No, we've not seen him.
I knew he had a beard.
He looks friendly.
He does. He looks super friendly. He's part of the Super Friends. And he, as you guys enter,
Parentheses to you.
as you guys are entering, he's giving you the golf clap. Well done. Well done indeed. He's got a bit of a smile on his face.
I trust that you are entertained.
I am. Make yourselves comfortable. And all around this chamber, there's couches and stuff like that. You can tell that this probably isn't like an actual house. Just by the way it's kind of designed. There's no windows to the outside. The material on the floor, like it's not actually a stone. It looks like stone, but it's more like force than actual stone.
Yeah.
So whatever that would feel like, maybe congealed ether.
Yeah, kind of like a demi-plane, but not quite.
Yeah, it's a pocket dimension of some sort. That is his abode. Hasn't changed much from before. There have been changes. See, there's several hallways leading off to various wings. You can see that there's a couple platters moving of their own accord. I think this is a spell that Luna uses called Unseen Servant. There's wine or ale or whatever you think you might want to drink. Something comes back with that to present it to you. Please make yourself comfortable.
I see you've made alterations in such a short amount of time.
I can remake this at my whim. I like the general design, though, so I keep it like this for now.
One could expect nothing less from someone as renowned as you.
So I had the opportunity to peek in here, and I hope you don't mind my observances. I'm rather pleased with what I saw. You've done very well.
We're happy to, please.
You know that this whole business isn't finished, though. It's the matter of the disembodied Nahum Caligaro.
Yes.
Did you
The entity that
come
the
across?
entity cast away.
Did you come across him at all?
I believe I saw him, as well as a night hag along him.
A night hag. That's interesting.
Slack Babs, I believe she calls herself.
Ah, so that's what that is.
Or someone calls her.
I see. That's what that is. I've heard that name. I was unable to put an actual entity to it. Tell me, what did this Slack Babs look like? Did you get a look at her?
A vivid one. A twisted, gnarled, hideous crone. Every movement broke something in her body. She seemed to enjoy it, though. And she was very eager to twist those claws into us, but she could not harm us.
What do you know of Barbara Carrington? And he's kind of...
Says knowledge local.
Yeah, knowledge local. He's kind of he's sizing you up a little bit here.
I'm gonna take 20 and get a 30.
Yeah, that's not a name we've heard of in the spider's location, correct?
No, I don't think so. It's more of a night market name.
I've only arrived here some months ago, so it's not a name I know immediately.
What did your take 20 come out to?
30.
30, okay. All right, so there is a... she calls herself an Oniromancer. She basically... oh,
is it the... I think I know what you're talking about. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a little shop like a soothsayer.
Yeah, hold on. I have notes, or a few notes on her.
She...
Where is she?
She's a...
Yeah, she's a diviner. She has sight. She's paralyzed.
Exactly.
Oh, that woman. Yes, I've heard of her.
she the one that scries in on me at inappropriate times, like when I'm using the bathroom?
No, she's not the. What she does is she interprets people's dreams for them.
Oh.
That's what her neuromancy is. She's obviously not a guild member, and you don't know if she has any actual real powers. You didn't meet her. I think at one point you did see her kind of like manservant peeking through the door where you guys were having a major fight outside of her house. I don't think you've actually seen Barbara Carrington. Malagry says she is the... Well, let's just say her torn spirit is the building blocks of this night hag, Slack Babs, I believe, from your description. And did you know that in Fenwick and Moreau's carnival, Nahum Caligaro's his body lays in trying to think of the word now. It's when you preserve yourself. What do they call it when they use it in all the space movies when you go into like a slumber and then you wake?
Stasis.
Yeah, his actual
Biofreeze.
his actual body lays in stasis. His son, now a man in his 70s, Dr. Caligaro, uses his sleeping body as a sideshow.
I assume that's if Caligaro and Slack Babs are any form of problem, you would have destroyed their bodies.
Absolutely. They're no problem for me. I don't. What
Are they a problem for us?
I believe they might be now if you've seen them. You've seen their actual forms. You've been beyond the dream.
I saw them.
Oh, you haven't gone as a group yet.
No, if we had, they wouldn't be alive.
I see. Well, I'll leave that up to you whether you want to do that or not. It's neither here nor there. You've fulfilled your part of the bargain.
Interesting. It sounded like you were implying that you want us to get rid of them. Do you not?
I don't care. My guildmaster might. That might be a different thing. See, Arthur, there was a time when the guildmaster, a different guildmaster, had ideas about punishing people for crimes against the guild, and I don't believe the current guildmaster shares those same values. It doesn't really matter to me. The whole matter of guildmaster, it's just a political position anyway. It doesn't indicate any power. But at the time, creating these demi-planes and tearing the spirits away from the actual physical body, that requires a bit of doing. And it's unfortunate that guildmaster isn't with us anymore, but it's a bit of an embarrassment for the current guildmaster. Kind of a open secret amongst the inner council of the guild. Did you come across the wizardess known as Jazadrun?
The name sounds familiar. Where did we hear that?
You know for a fact that the halls beneath the locksmith shop, that whole area was called Jazadrun. That was the name that was on the map.
Yeah, did we encounter an individual named Jazadrun?
Yeah, you also in the either in conversation or in the journal, you know that Nahum Caligaro absorbed her. At some point during the last 75 years.
I'm not certain we've met Jazzadrune specifically, but we do know that she was made part of... I have forgotten his name all of a sudden. You just said it. I have forgotten it.
Nahum.
I don't know how. Nahum. What was his surname? It was
Caligaro.
Caligaro, that's what it was.
Yeah. It's the Caligaro family house. That's where the cult was stationed. The Brotherhood of the Spider. That old relic.
From what we've gathered, Jazzadrune was, I guess, consumed.
Consumed,
by
destroyed.
Caligaro.
I see. Excellent.
Incorporated. However you wish to interpret it.
Well, that's one off the books, I suppose.
It is. She is no more.
Very good. Well, what can I do for you? Seeing as you were so successful.
A very
I'm a wizard.
interesting question indeed.
You are indeed a wizard, Luna.
My first acknowledgement. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think, before we ask that...
And
we
he
should
kind of
ask
looks at you
more.
with like a scrutinizing eye, that maybe he's seeing through something that other people are unable to see through.
Perhaps a better question to ask is, what more can we do for you? I mean, after all, you have lost your apprentice, and perhaps you could use a replacement.
Oh, no. Popov was not an apprentice. He was more of
Disappointment?
a water boy. I didn't feel like going out to do something. I'd send him.
Considering how long he lasted,
Popov.
that's likely for the best.
Popov was a dangerous man. I mean, I didn't see him at his height. I imagine what befell him probably took him unaware. Otherwise, you probably would have been able to deal with it rather handily. Membership. Does that interest you? He looks to Luna and he looks to Arthur.
Unfathomably so.
The guild has this antiquated rule about women in the guild, but I don't think that'd be a problem for you, Luna. So, if you're feeling it or not, but there's a certain androgyny to you, certain ambiguity that I don't think it would be a problem.
Something tells me that it's not both of us who could join.
Oh, it is, indeed.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Well, isn't that convenient?
It's not like the Joker. I have one opening.
Yeah, break a cue, break a pool cue, take a tryout. That's actually what all of this was.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill her.
There's a third spot. If I don't believe it's of interest to any of the rest of you. It's the cost a lot of times outweighs the value for most.
3 spots. Any particular reason you're expanding so far? Or are you losing members?
Yes, there's been there was several incidents, some internal strife, some pop-offs. Say like a rival, Axum, had turned up dead a little before Popoff had actually perished. don't know if he was responsible or there was something else going on. And there was another member who just died of old age.
Really? I was expecting such powerful sorcerers to have conquered that.
You would think, but it's even happened to me, Arthur. Believe it or not, I know I look hale and hearty now, but this is the 6th or 7th body that I've taken through the room.
So that is your method of immortality.
It's one of the methods.
What a good one.
What are the rules that we would need to gain to kind of like have friend of the guild benefits versus membership?
Well, if you're friends of Arthur or Luna, you'd be friends of the guild. They could claim you as their apprentices, and
Well, I'm thinking more of like a equal footing, not a subservient footing to someone in our party. That's not gonna work. It needs to be equal.
full membership.
Oh, the subservience. It would only be in name. I won't abuse my power that much.
It's not gonna happen. That's why I'm looking for something.
Sure.
What do you think I can see Arthur and Luna benefiting from guild membership. Maybe even Zed, but I don't really don't see it benefiting Asami.
Where she's trying, yeah, I know, but what she's trying to get at is having authority from the guild to use magic in public like a guild member when it's on behalf of the guild, like we've been doing.
Oh, okay, yeah. As long as
that's the angle she's going at.
Yeah.
You basically want them to turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, when it's used for things that we've been sent on to do on behalf of the guild. Obviously, if I go out and just start casting spells at random citizens, that wouldn't apply.
Yeah, but when if it's some sort of guild, yeah, absolutely. He says that's understood. Without membership, absolutely. That's why
ID or some kind of like.
No, that's why we've tolerated it thus far. I imagine continued tolerance of it is what you're looking for.
Yes,
absolutely. And
I don't. I don't like the idea of inter-party. One's above and one's below.
No.
So that's why we're not doing that. So that's why I was asking for this other thing.
Absolutely, that's understood. And if that was the case with either Arthur or Luna, then
and in Sami's case, her magic pales in comparison to them.
Yeah, it's a different.
Really, all Asami does is say words and people fight better.
Yeah,
do you really count that as magic?
It's a different kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, you may not be interested, Luna. I am very interested myself.
I believe Luna is interested.
I thought she was saying... Oh, no, she's saying she wants to join so there wouldn't be that problem.
Yeah, Luna's saying, absolutely, yeah. For sure.
Last time we were here, we told that membership could not be offered to females.
He did say that you're androgynous enough to where people might not notice.
People might not want to bring it up.
People might turn a blind eye, pretend.
Right. I guess when you're facing Giant Luna, the question just becomes not of interest, huh?
You guys have kind of noticed, too, that...
just Mulan it up.
You don't know if it's maybe the amount of spell casting that she's done, or maybe a byproduct of the vanishing. Sometimes Luna has to say things 2 or 3 times for you guys to realize that she's there, but you realize that she's talking. It's kind of like a byproduct of her low charisma. It doesn't mean she's that ugly or anything. It just means that her force of personality seems to be diminishing. And you don't know if it's because of the supernatural disease that she really didn't cure, that the Malagris took away from her. or it's maybe a byproduct of her casting spells. She's just becoming more and more of kind of like a background entity, even though she's very much in the forefront and in control of her own personality. It's almost like a magical. People don't notice her as much. And it might be just her actual natural charisma, or it might be something related to the vanishing.
Well, being present in a party with 3 people with high charisma, too. It's not the center.
Yeah, sorcerer, summoner, and a bard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't think that the guild would have any problem accepting her? Just based on her sex. She's kind of like... It's kind of like a sort of a David Bowie kind of thing, too. She's a bit of a rock star at the same point in time. Despite having the that kind of difficulty getting through.
Do I notice that's or just
Yeah.
everybody else knows? Oh,
Yeah, you've noticed a little bit here and there. Like, sometimes you'll say something and then everybody just kind of just continues. Then you have to kind of you have to be forceful with it. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing.
I'm a wizard.
Exactly. The more you scream it, the more it gets ignored.
I cursed. I asked the guy.
He says, is it a curse or is it a blessing in this situation?
Okay.
We all change when we use black magic extensively. I have my own things that I have to deal with on a regular basis. What you have to deal with, Luna, I don't believe a lot of my brethren would happily change places with you. To move about unseen while walking around in broad daylight, just ignored. It's not a terrible thing. I believe it might be the a bit of the side effect of the vanishing as well. You maintain your physical presence. But I believe it's that will allow you to gain membership.
Very good.
When
others of your sex are unable. There's the matter.
Remember, nobody can remember.
There's the matter of the guild fee is 80 gold rilks. There's a 15 gold rilk monthly due. It's expensive, but you have skills such as any of you create scrolls or potions, or I myself am able to craft wands as well. That sometimes I will sell to my fellow guild members. I imagine both of you probably have these skills.
Yeah, I pull out the money. Let's do this.
All right, excellent.
He probably can only create arcane-based ones. He can't do the divine ones.
Malagris, yeah.
Right, so... Okay.
Don't forget, though, there's the white magic and the black magic, whereas the white magic's kind of the more of a divine, like cure light wounds, that kind of thing. Malagris is definitely 100% a black magician. Like he's into creating things and destroying things. Yeah, so if you want to become a member, it's 80 gold rooks plus 15 gold rooks every month. So,
10 silver silver things?
yeah,
or-
10 silver smaragds per gold rook.
Okay. I give him a shitload of silver.
Okay.
Yeah, I said 80.
80, yep.
All right.
And it doesn't have to actually be in coin. It could be items traded. You guys now have, or you will, once you've been formally inducted and all that stuff. I imagine there'd be like a little ceremony, and you'd probably have to meet the inner circle and stuff like that. But there's like a little marketplace that you now have access to of magical items to trade.
Now I have no money. Great.
We have a bunch of
I'll
magic
have to
items.
pull everything out of Denal's.
Do you have anything that you want to get rid of right here? You can trade off to Malagris right now.
I mean, we got a good amount of magical items.
Yeah, you got a bunch of magic items. Or anything in that party sheet you don't want? Like instead of taking it to try and sell it to a fence who doesn't know what it is, they might try and swindle you.
Yeah, I will say that, while Luna, that talisman you picked up, it could be used once a month. It might be best to sell that off for a good amount of money. Because you picked up the greater one, didn't you?
Yeah, I have greater and 2 lesser.
Those the lesser ones are also one-time use. Those might be best. Those might be best to use to buy more permanent items for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Malagris takes a look at these if you show it to him or offer it, for sale.
Asami had pulled a couple off there that no one else grabbed, so she'll offer
Yeah.
them up for him to.
I imagine the occult reference materials might also be interesting.
He
Also, the gemstones, the onyx. There might be some necromancers around. Or
see,
the,
you notice that he
transalt
doesn't
and all that.
have to, do the detect magic. He can just see the magic.
Does the disappearance spell.
So he tells you that the talismans, you may want to hang on to them for now. If you have a journey to the, we call it the dreamscape. Basically what I won't say his name, but what the guildmaster did was, there was the petrified heart of a lang spider that Caligaro's father, not his son, who is Dr. Caligaro in the Carnival Sideshow. Caligaro's father brought back from some expedition to the mountains of the Old Ones, or maybe even his grandfather. I don't know. But he took that stone, which is the heart of a lang spider, which is lang is another dimension, strange place. This kind of runs concurrent with this pocket that the guildmaster created. This petrified heart they called the Dreamstone. That's what they built the pocket dimension around, the dreamscape. I believe that Caligaro now has some sort of way of controlling it, causing it to spread in the Marsh district. I don't know if it'll spread beyond that or not. I don't personally really even care. These talisman, though, were crafted in the dreamscape. They're much more potent in the dreamscape. These ones here, these points to the lesser ones, you'll be able to use those powers daily. Whereas the greater one, he says you could use that power 3 times daily in the dreamscape. Here, power is considerably lessened. They don't hold as much value. But if you're considering, you may wish to hang on to them.
When are we going to the dream world?
Have you learned the ritual?
We have access to it, but we have not quite.
There's other ways.
Memorized it.
There's other ways to get there too. They're more dangerous and they're you're less tangible while you're there. I've never tried it myself personally because all this, who casts spells, who's in the guild, who's out. These are political answers. I don't care personally, but I know that there's other ways to get there. I don't know if you've come across them. A lot of them may have to do with drugs or some sort of metaphysical abilities that you may have manifested. No? You're looking at you guys since... No? Okay. I'm aware that there is a ritual that will take you. I don't know the details of it. Did you come across the book that everyone is so excited about? I believe I saw you with it, but I wasn't 100% that's what it was. It was either that or the Book of Ibon. I couldn't quite make out what it was.
We've acquired a handful of books.
You're no longer in possession of the Book of Ibon?
The Book of Ibon, no. But several others that are highly valuable, yes.
Would you mind telling me the whereabouts of the Book of Ibon? That is something that interests me.
Well, it's been some time, but I basically am going to explain him the very general gist of because we gave it to Ningobble, didn't we?
The shield above the eyeless face.
He had the shield, okay.
Yeah.
Ningobble was just also there.
Ningobble was in the cave. He was the guy that put you in touch with Avis. And gave you all your magic items. He was kind of hoping to be your patron. But you really kind of haven't really invoked his name or tried to meet up with him or anything. So.
Oh, you've been busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Asami only has one magic item aside from the talismans we just got.
That's where you got it from, yeah. You get the vibe that these guys might be Shield of the Eyeless Face and Ningobble of the Seven Eyes. There might be rivals of the guild. Definitely not in the guilds. They probably don't deal with the guild on a regular basis. They might have kind of a converse relationship with them. These guys are alien sorcerers, though, of immense power, almost like demigods. Whereas Malagris is probably just a super high-level wizard. Probably. You might have a mythic level or two. I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't know because he doesn't shout, "I'm a wizard," when he comes out. We have no idea what he is.
He doesn't need to. He's not fading into the background like Luna is. See, in Lankhmar, there's you kind of get a contamination, magical contamination, and I decided that was Luna's magical contamination to kind of her personality would kind of fade a little bit. That's with the low charisma score and the exposure to the vanishing. It's kind of like that person that y'all know that has to say things 4 times before you actually pay attention to them.
If you don't know that person, you are that person.
Exactly. Not a horrible thing, but yeah, at the same point in time, you're like, it gets frustrating, sure. And I haven't, Arthur's hasn't manifested yet.
As far as you know.
Zed's, Zed's is probably still a while off from actually physically manifesting, and Asami's probably the furthest away. She probably uses the least amount of black magic out of all of you.
I can see it manifesting in a way that makes her vulnerable to that drug because of the big dose she inhaled the other day.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You did see how it manifested with Popov. Kind of like his fingers were stunted and gnarled, and he had that giant bulbous nose, and he kind of looked like he was all hunched. It kind of looked like the weight of the magic was wearing on him, even though he was only like ear level.
He was weak.
Well, yeah, and you don't really see how it manifests on Malagris. It doesn't show it to you. But where were we? What were we talking about? Kind of all over the map here.
Yeah, it's just what happened to the Book of Ibon.
Yes, the Book of Ibon. You can tell him or not tell him?
I feel it's probably better to be transparent, lest he find out and potentially get annoyed at us.
Okay.
So I tell him as such.
Okay.
He's trying to sense my motive.
No, he's trying to play it up that it doesn't really matter to him too much. You can tell that anybody who beats a 19 on a sense motive tells that there's maybe a hint of disappointment that he might have lost his last chance to get a look at that. He probably regrets not just going in and taking it. Yeah. You kind of get the vibe that he there might have been repercussions had he did so, though. So you can tell that there's a bit of regret that the esoteric knowledge contained within might have been worth him stepping on some toes. But you also know that book was cursed and evil, had a vibe all its own, and that you probably for the best gave it over to somebody who was able to actually handle it. What would you have me help you with, or now that we're guild brothers?
I have a few ideas, but that's probably not appropriate for right now. Not the best time to discuss ways to become beyond what we already are.
Oh, yes, of course. These are sort of things that over the course of years you will discover. That sort of information is not it's not hidden.
I prefer
Requires sacrifice.
I prefer to acquire what I want while I'm still young. Specifically because I'd like to keep that youth.
Absolutely. And there's a way to do that magically as well.
Yes.
I probably look a lot younger than my 112 years. In this current form.
Arthur looks like he wants to say more, but he looks. You see that? I imagine Malagris sees that he's like, it's almost like looks back at his companions before saying anything, and then doesn't.
And of course, 112 years is nothing to Luna. She'll be,
of course, that's
she'll be young for an eon.
Luna might actually
lucky
be
her.
older than that.
Yeah, she's probably older than that right now, maybe. But he says, well, if there's anything you can, you wish, just have to call my name. I won't come every time I hear. But we hadn't spoken since you accomplished the amazing feat that you did accomplish. So I thought it'd be best to invite you here and
Yes,
share my congratulations.
and we do very much appreciate that. I did have something I wanted to discuss, but perhaps not in front of this many eyes.
Understood, Arthur. You're always welcome.
Perhaps Luna could know, but something I'd like to keep in the guild.
Fair enough. Is there anything I can do for the rest of you? Asami, Zed?
When he's asking for this, do we get to feel like an item?
Yeah.
Service, or what are we looking? What do we think he's?
Yeah, he's asking what if there's a reward or is anything that you like. Basically, he's offered Luna and Arthur sort of unlimited knowledge as long as they pay their guild fees.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
The thing that comes to mind for Asami would be either something that helps me with, perform better, and what she's meaning is increasing charisma, or to protect me from these damn spells that I keep falling myself victim for.
okay, I'll keep that in mind. I don't have anything at hand. And you, Zed?
I'd like access to the library to do some research on this tower and dream world that I'm fascinated by.
The dreamscape.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. If you wish to study here for a couple nights, I can procure the materials and bring them here.
That'd be excellent.
Hey guys, sorry I missed out again.
That's okay. How you doing, Keith?
A lot better than I have been.
Excellent. We're just doing some wizard stuff, so I imagine Velkeen's just kind of like in the background, wondering when he's starting to kill stuff. But
Okay.
Basically, the whole story arc we were doing when you joined us was this guy's quest, and we're basically turning in the quest, but RPing through it. So
yeah. Arthur has not stated what reward he wants yet. He seems cagey about it.
Yeah. Well, your Arthur, your reward is guild membership. Same with Luna.
Oh, of course, yes, but I have long-term goals.
But guild brethren sometimes share secrets. You might have something that goes back and forth.
Yes, secrets that could be dangerous. Priest is not here. Still.
So, in game terms, what kind of item would protect you from spells? Like just
something that boosted will save, or a con save.
Okay, or will con and reflex, like a cloak of resistance or something like that.
Yeah, that would do it. The ones she's have trouble with were the other two, will and con. But yeah.
Are there other magic items that just kind of replicate like Iron Will or like a bear's
I'd have to
endurance or
look.
something?
I don't have it all memorized.
Yeah, I don't
know.
either. If you can think of
There's
something.
like an entire book just for magic items, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like
yeah.
and now that Luna and Arthur are, gilded up, you definitely put it in order.
Yeah.
Somebody might be able
The
to make something.
headband of or a headband for charisma would be helpful for her.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I don't know that would be something
The
that would be
the
easy to obtain in this world.
yeah. Somebody can make it. So you'd have to pay the cost to make it.
Right. And
So
given our budget.
yeah.
Yeah.
But don't forget, like that book is worth 15,000 gold relics just on its own. Once you're done with this adventure, you're probably not going to need that book.
Somebody's gonna want it.
Somebody's going to want it. And the people who want it are probably connected to the people in this room. Well, one of them, anyway. Same with the key. Once that key's only useful, basically, for this adventure. That's 25,000 gold relics, basically, between the two of them. So at that point, you could probably trade for magic items. The thing with Lankhmar is if you have like fancy magic items, they tend to get stolen. That's what happened with the gold idol.
Yeah, I was thinking a hat of disguise for Asami to kind of like mask her appearance in that sense, so it just looks like she's wearing mundane clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's something he can give her, and then later get the bigger items.
Yeah,
Glamored gear.
Yep, definitely. All right, so let's say anybody who wants to leave can leave. Anybody who wants to stay. Zed, he tells you he'll be back in probably like a half an hour with several books that might interest you. Just about the creation of the dreamscape and that kind of stuff. Is that what you're interested in?
Yeah, more about the creation, maybe travels there and back.
Okay, yeah. The breach the veil of dreams ritual is that between you and Arthur and Asami and Luna, you could probably definitely do that. Even Baccae and Velkeen would probably be helpful for parts of that ritual. The disabled device check and the perception check. Together, all of you could probably conduct that ritual. It's probably going to take a little while to learn how to do it.
Well, and maybe the landscape and such. I mean, because I'm used to that tower or the prophet that I met.
Yeah.
And the view out, so I'm kind of curious how that might tie in, and
Yeah.
if I can find that place in the streamscape.
Okay. Yeah, you might try to teach you how to focus on something like that. It's more of like a controlled dreaming. You know who might be of help to you for that is Barbara Carrington. Believe it or not.
Who is she?
She's the Lankhmar version of Slack Babs, but she's not a wicked hag. She's just a paralyzed soothsayer.
Okay. Yeah, might visit her too.
Okay. Give you a little more control. Like, there's got to be a way to control the environment once you get in the environment. Arthur, you get a sense that Nahum Kalagaro's control over the environment was absolute. You're only there for like a flash, but things were moving around at his will, and it was almost like he was in control of all of it.
See, I'm jealous.
Yeah, Arthur doesn't immediately leave the sanctum. He's still sitting in the couch, just sort of his like hands on his like chin, like looking over at Luna,
yeah,
seeing what she's gonna do first.
While Malagrees goes to the guild house to procure some reading materials for researching this kind of stuff, you guys have the run of his libraries and stuff like that. In these chambers,
I'll start rummaging.
yeah, in these chambers down here are all his personal books in these different little wings, just like little studies and stuff like that. Let's give us some. What kind of skills do you have that are useful for libraries?
Libraries generally.
Yeah, probably like knowledge arcana,
Yeah, knowledge arcana, maybe perception.
maybe linguistics, maybe yeah. Whatever one you want to roll that you think is you're the best at. Okay. Those aren't great rolls, but are you going to do one too, Zed? Are you going to kind of wander around here too? Arthur,
These rolls are for people looking through the books in the library.
yeah,
and
they're just
stuff.
kind of like going along the spines and maybe like.
Are any of the books comics or anime or?
There's some tentacle porn in there for you.
Yeah. She's probably more interested in like moving on, letting you guys do the research. 'Cause,
Okay.
that's not her forte. But if you need her help, she'll help. But
What about Velkeen? Probably Asami and Velkeen heading out.
Let's find a tavern.
Okay.
I know the perfect place, the Fat Chance.
There you go. All right. Excellent. All right.
As long as
Zed,
they accept pets, that's fine.
Zed, you come across a book called, oddly enough, The Death of Malagrees.
Okay. I'll start reading through it as best I can.
Arthur, you come across a book called The Last Incantation, and you notice that I spelled that wrong. In the it just kind of jumped out at you like The Last Incantation. It would seem like to be a super powerful spell, so you wanted to look at that. And as you started leafing, it's a story that Malagrees is part of. And then Luna, the book that you come across is The Double Shadow. And these are all Carcaster Smith stories. I'll send them to you. I'll send the links to you on YouTube if you actually want to read them and listen to them. The lore and stuff like that is applicable to the game. These are stories about Malagrees when maybe he was a wizard in a different kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll throw those in the Discord. So it takes a while to read through that. Malagrees is back in about an hour. The Death of Malagrees, Zed, you get the vibe that Arthur might be more interested in this one. And that you'd probably be more interested in The Last Incantation The Double Shadow is probably the most interest to you. So you guys kind of switch them all up. But these are 3 books that you actually did find in the library. Probably in the same section. You're like, fuck, this guy's got books about himself. Mm-hmm. He's kind of weird. Velkeen and Asami go to the tavern. Malagrees comes back. If you guys share the Paginarum Lethargica with him, he'll start coaching you on the ritual. and he starts telling you about maybe a little drug use. Like a couple of the books he's come across, maybe some kind of drugs might give you a little more control while you're beyond the veil. In particular, Shiver might give you a certain amount of control over staying awake. Probably sleep magic is extremely powerful in the dream realm. The trance might give you a little more control over the environment, because you kind of go more into a dream, so you're kind of able to let your subconscious kind of shape things more, as opposed to trying to stay alert and stay out of it. So that's the first thing that you come across, and that takes some time. He'll even do some experiments with.
If you make a Long Island iced tea out of it, just put them all together.
Yeah, actually, you don't have to. You don't have to heroin shoot them or anything like that. You can make them palatable. I'd smoke it myself personally, but that's just how I am. Or snort it. That's another. So Malagry snorts a thing of trance. Trying to think what else. So do you describe the whole Azathoth? Like you probably know it almost word for word by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like most nights when you go to sleep, that prophet's words are kind of kicking around in there somewhere. And you tell him that you're looking for the tower?
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely what I'm looking for is that tower. I have the verse written on my wall 187 times like a lunatic, but
Okay. He's like, sometimes these puzzles are a lot more literal than you might. I know that there's have you ever been to the Silver Eel Tavern?
We've been a few times.
Well, the Silver Eel, if memory serves correct, is on Dim Lane. It's Dim Court that you describe. Wouldn't just be the name of a street, would it? And there's I don't know if we have the actual text of it anywhere, but he describes the open window being looking out over a dim court. There might be another street right off of Dim Lane called Dim Court.
There's Dim Lane.
Yeah. Right there. You've walked down it numerous times. I was actually going to have you... when you guys make the dream voyage, there's going to be a little split up. I wanted to run this by you guys too, because, players and stuff like that. We're going to have like a little, some individual quests until you guys meet up in the dream world. And it won't be long, just little vignettes. But that's how I was going to reveal the Dim Court to you. Just around the corner from the Silver Eel, from Dim Lane. What
is something interesting that those of us not doing research can do for our game time tonight?
You tell me. What would you like to do?
Well, we're going to go to the tavern, so let's at least do that.
Yeah, definitely.
A test of skill with darts.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire away.
Maybe make a little money. I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to do something other than listen to other people play.
Yeah, for sure.
But I also don't want to go on my own solo quest either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we need to...
Exactly. So that's what I was going to run by you guys, because I had in my mind, once you guys do the ritual and you go beyond the veil, everybody's kind of separate. So I was going to have like just a little vignette for everybody.
Okay.
So I was going to reveal a bit of Luna's background. I was going to reveal a little bit of Asami's future. I was going to reveal Arthur's contamination. Going to reveal Zed's journey, his little dream quest that he's been on. And Velkeen was going to be kind of dealing with the only thing that he's really had to deal with in Lankhmar so far. So, like a dream version of that. But I was going to have it all like separate. Are you guys okay with me spending like a half an hour or so with individuals, or do you want to do that on like make an appointment for a time?
Yeah, that might be something we could do between now and next time we play.
Yeah, exactly.
Individually with you to set up what our characters do, so we're not like all because if it's half an hour per person, there's 5 of us. That's
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't want
2
to.
hours. We're
Yeah,
all sitting there watching someone play.
yeah. I didn't know if you're like interested in that other part of the story for the others, or whether I could make it just like a little brief encounter
Well,
for everybody
We
just
could
on their
be
own.
interested, but the person could share through interaction.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of, say, Arthur listening to me, RP Asami, when we come together, he might say, what have you experienced lately? And Asami could then share that. You know what I mean?
And I could.
Or not share it.
I'll also record the videos, and if anybody wants to watch them, they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Instead of having everybody sit. Okay.
Cool. Today, Asami has made one roll to contribute to our party's progression.
Yeah. It's
hasn't done anything since then, you know.
I mean, other than like go beyond the dream veil, it's really one of those sessions where there's going to be something happen, but it's not going to happen here.
Okay.
So I have to kind of wait for the proper environment to have it happen. And it hasn't occurred yet. So we could jump ahead to that if you want. It's like 10:30.
Yeah, Arthur is definitely interested in discussing some stuff with Malagris.
Okay, absolutely.
Luna too, if she's interested.
For sure.
Whenever he's able to find the time alone.
Yeah, definitely. He's more than happy to. Zed, he gives you some suggestions. I mean, it's this dreamscape. There's a way to create it, and there's a way to destroy it. There's it's all beyond maybe even him. Specifically, without having access to, the Dreamstone, aka the Lang Spider's heart. The actual control, you probably want to imbibe a fair amount of trance before you did the ritual. And you think that is maybe even how Esdegor just slipped into the dream realm on his own, just by taking copious quantities of trance on a consistent basis.
I don't know that I want to become a drug addict.
No, definitely not. But like in conjunction with this ritual, you might have quite a bit more control if you consumed like a one fairly pure dose, as opposed to, you're not on a mushroom journey over months. Although that's certainly an option for you. Other than that,
taking off the party sheet.
other than that, it's a pretty heavy spell. Pretty heavy list of spells that you probably wouldn't have an understanding of. But there's ways to make like pocket dimensions. I think it's an 8th or 9th level spell. Fairly heavy material component cost, and there's a long casting time, and they don't last much more than a day or two per level. So for something like this to last like 75 years, that Lang spider's heart must have some real mojo. And this is something that interests Malagris too. The fact that somebody was able to create this place, like the mansion that he's in is it's its own little pocket dimension, but he has to do it over and over and over again, as opposed to just do it once. Kind of just watch it either grow or die. So at some point, you guys are going to learn the ritual if you want to go beyond.
Yeah, absolutely.
At some point, you're probably going to gather outside of Malagris's mansion. Where do you think that would be? Either like you're probably only welcoming his home for a couple days before he's like, okay, maybe you guys should get on with whatever you want to do. But if you ever have need of me, you know how to contact me. And
Well,
by the way,
Josh and I are already in the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Already, so.
Any buying or selling that you want to do, don't forget to take off the party sheet. We can do that as well. That's kind of like a downtime thing, though. Do you think maybe you'd want to commandeer the church or for a couple days, or maybe do it at Zed's apartment or Arthur's house? Or
Well, if we go to the church, then Avis can help us for any magical components that are needed for the ritual.
yeah, definitely. You can also rent the basement of the Fat Chance when they're not having cobra kissing contests. There's a whole bunch of places where you guys can get together and.
Would he be open to us doing a ritual in his basement? I don't know.
He might be. For
I guess if it brings him money. Maybe.
yeah, if you give him 20 gold rilks. Yeah, shit. Like I say, it's kind of like an open-ended. What do you guys want to do? And sometimes a lot of those without specific driven quests in mind. Sometimes they falter a little bit into, I don't know, what do you want to do, kind of thing. But in my mind, at some point, you're going to have to get together and decide if you're going to do this ritual, who's going to do what, and then prepare that way. So you're going to have to all be together for a while. And it's at that point that something's going to happen.
Bring in food this time and learn my lesson.
All right. So where do you think that would be so I can prepare the map?
I vote for Avis's place.
Avis's place, the church. All
But
right.
other people have their opinions. And
That'll work.
All right. So she kicks out.
Yeah.
She kicks out some of the drug addicts that she's been helping for a couple days, and so she actually kind of offers to not so much take part, but facilitate your journey, I guess. Maybe watch over you guys while you're gone, because the vibe that you get is your body's going to be here, but it's also going to be there at the same time.
So, if we're in the dream world, do you know how sometimes when you're dreaming you have control over your dreams?
Yeah, that's what Zed wanted to research.
Yeah.
Lucid dreaming.
Yeah. What would it take in the game to do that?
Well, they said one of the drugs, right?
Yeah, trance.
Trance.
Is there a non-drug method?
Yeah, years of training and esoteric research. Do you consult Madam Carrington?
Yes.
All right. This is what Madam Carrington looks like.
Yeah, I think that as we prepare for this, we would obviously do as much research as possible, but also do some shopping before.
Yeah, shopping. Definitely. You can You can see Madame Carrington. She's Arthur. You can see the resemblance,
Okay,
the
I see.
long dark hair, the broken body, the way she's unable to move it. You can kind of see how an entity like Slack Babs would form out of her torn away essence. Also, when you go to her place, her manservant, Maynard
Imagine I wasn't able to.
Maynard Colville, is there. He's a
Right.
dapper young man. He does all her handing her this and that. She is rather pleasant. She's able to talk with, despite being paralyzed. She's able to speak with you mentally, which is interesting. And do you guys disclose what you want exactly, or are you just kind of going to be vague about it?
I would want to present it as curiosity on dreams and how to take control within a dream. I don't think we
Okay.
want to run in there and tell her our plans without knowing her,
Yeah. Okay. So she
My input, maybe some others feel differently, but
yeah, she says normally that she would charge for these kind of consulting, but seeing as the streets of the city are in such dire straits with this nightmare plague that's going on, I can see how you would be interested in this. This over the last, well, since I lost my ability to move, I've gained a small amount of ability to control my dreams. I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but there's a creature that used to protect this neighborhood. You've seen the red elephant, the red oliphant painted on the old wall. That is a representation of a creature that lives in the dream world called a Baccae, that I've grown friendly with. The Baccae had for some time protected this area from the incursion that we're feeling now. I don't know the source of it. There's some dark entities beyond. And I don't know if I'm able to instruct you specifically on how to control the dreams or control the environment of the dreams. But should you see the Oliphant, know that it is a protective creature, although I haven't felt his presence in some time. I feel that there's some sort of entities that are corrupting.
how could one address the corruption?
I don't know. I've tried myself to see what it was, and at the very best, all I'm able to do is pull out flashes of memory that I don't know are real or not real. There seems to be like a dark entity that kind of lingers over me, blinding my view. And a name. I come up with a name. I come up with letters jumbled, and as best I can guess, they spell the word human. I don't understand.
In this world, in the dream world, Can we read?
I don't believe.
Yeah.
I don't
In
know.
our world, that's one of the things that, you know, a lot of dreamlike movies make that comment. That's like if you're dreaming and you try to read something, it's gibberish.
Yeah. So
Right.
or it'll everything will be kind of jumbled.
Yeah.
So you know for a fact that she's got some kind of oneiromancer. So she's got a mild control over her dreaming, whereas you guys, if you breach the veil of dreams, like your physical form would go, like you would have control over yourselves. You get the vibe that she's trying to produce that because of this nightmare plague, just to see the cause of it and maybe do something about it. But you get the vibe that she's been unable to because of this dark entity that's, clouding her visions. So her best advice is seek out the Oliphant, the Baku, and hopefully if it protects you in your dreams. Obviously, you're not going to tell her that you guys are going to, or maybe you are. I don't know. She's got the vibe that you guys are just experiencing these nightmares, and you want to have more control over them.
That's the going in position is to ask questions about dreams in general, not to reveal our plans.
Yeah. So
Now, if someone else wants to do that, that's
yeah,
that's fine.
So she doesn't get into anything super personal, other than she's been trying for a long time, and it's extremely difficult. But if you have like specific dreams that you want interpreted, that's more along the lines of what she does. And
Tell her the tower dream. If she
That
comes
sounds
up with
like an
something different.
individual connection, right? Something that when we would meet with you individually between now and next session, that interpretation would make more sense than now.
You'd probably be looking at, like, she's been trying to control it for like 10 years now, and yeah, it's still beyond her. Whereas if you had like a specific dream that you wanted her interpreting, that's kind of what she like. I dreamt that I lost my teeth or something like that. She would have an answer for you, and she would charge you a silver smaragd. That's kind of what she does. But actually, she knows that there is a plague of nightmares that's actually killing people, and she knows that there at least was an entity that was protecting, and it was based off of the Oliphant on the wall. But beyond that, she's not really, like, you get the vibe that she probably doesn't know that Slack Babs is her alter ego over there.
I don't know that we've made that connection.
Yeah, Malagrease connected it for
did.
you. Yeah, because he knew who the sorcerers pulled apart. And she was one of them. She was a burgeoning sorceress as a youth, and probably about 10 years ago. And that's why she can't walk now. That's the Sorcerers Guild. Same with Jezadrun. They had a little enclave. They didn't want to play ball. You saw what happened down there. You're not really sure what Nahum Caligaro's story is, other than 75 years ago, something like this similar happened to him, and he was more powerful than some of the others, and he's kind of consumed them. All of this, though, This is the punishment for illegal spell casting. Kind of shitty, actually. But at the same point in time, somebody had some juice. Even to like make up a disease, like a curse, like the Vanishing, that's hardcore. You just cease to exist over the course of a couple days. That's fucked up.
That's brutal, yeah.
Just because you're a potential rival. The other, you can actually go and see Nahum Caligaro's body at the Finwick and Moreau's carnival just outside of the night market. There is...
So is the carnival meant to be fun and they just show the body, or is it like
Well,
a
he's
spectacle, or is it...
yeah, it's kind of like a sideshow. He's portraying himself as a somnambulist, where he's got limited amount of control over the body of this person that's been sleeping in stasis for 75 years, and you know it's a carnival sideshow. There's also there's a man with 6 foot long arms, and you kind of see that it's a creature named a choker. There's an insectile like monster in a cage made of wood that for a silver smear duck you can feed him an iron like an iron nail and it'll turn it to rust and consume it. There's of course the strong man and the bearded lady and some games of chance and stuff like that, but every day at 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock Dr. Caligaro comes out and does his somnambulist show, which we didn't get to because you guys never went there. But now that you know, you might pop by. His name is Dr. Cesare Caligaro. And from what you gather, he's Nahum Caligaro's son. This is the picture. I don't know if anybody will recognize this. Anybody know what that's from?
Fantastic Beasts.
Nope.
Looks like an older movie.
Yeah, it's an old movie from the 1930s called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. In this adventure, they bastardized the name. This is a published adventure from Paizo that I kind of changed around a little bit. But one of the characters' name, the main antagonist, his name is actually Caligaro, and the house is Caligaro. But there is actually a movie called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And you should check it out. If you have Tubi, it's free, and the sets are absolutely dreamlike and freaky. It's a silent movie from the 20s or 30s. One of those old German, I think it might have been Murnau, the same guy who did Nosferatu. Yeah, it's about it's got a different plot, so it won't give anything away. But it's pretty cool. But this, the older man with the stovetop pipe hat and the fake wand, you guys can do like you detect magic and stuff like that. The only magic is on Nahum Caligaro himself. It's his actual physical body here that he has no control over whatsoever, unlike Barbara Carrington, who at least retained her mental capabilities and was able to do some magic. He is in just absolute stasis. But Dr. Cesare Caligaro's able to manipulate his body and make him walk around a little bit. Go back. People are, amazed. They think it's all like a sideshow act. They don't actually believe that, the young person is 100 years old. The old person is the son. They present it differently in the act. He's the old man is the father, and the young person is the son. But you guys know differently. And a few people who know knowledge history, knowledge nobility, also know around the city. But you didn't encounter any of them, or you didn't consult with them. The other tie-in is right across from the Caligaro house is Silas Ledbetter's alchemy lab. Now he's about 75 or 80 years old, and he's been allowed to do his magic alchemy uninhibited for all this time. So at some point, Avis will mention, why wasn't he punished like these people? He seems to be thriving. He seems to be... he's the guy you go to when you need a magic potion. Or you need a body disposed of, or, something like that. And he's more than willing to talk to you about magic, and he's quite open about it. Once a friendship is established. So he's kind of... the house is directly across Wall Street from Silas Ledbetter's laboratory. So let's say that sometime during the week, because you still have Myra Lombroso's journal as well. You can't all read the same books at the same time. You should go over. These things get mentioned. You know from meeting Barbara Carrington that she doesn't... Well, you don't think that she knows that she's also Slack Babs. Or the part that the Sorcerer's Guild ripped away from her turned into Slack Babs. You get the vibe that she's concerned about the Nightmare Plague. And she's been trying to find a way to deal with it, but she's limited. She does have some fairly powerful magical abilities, being like she's able to do the message spell silent and still, and she's able to do it like a cantrip, like as often as you guys are able to do it. She's able to do some silent and still mage hand, still also like a cantrip. Like she's able to communicate with like a talking board, almost like a Ouija board. She's able to manipulate that with that spell. You don't know what other magic she has. You don't think that she's much of a threat, though. Just because physically she's so limited. Like, if it came to physical violence, she probably wouldn't have much of a defense. But she's still able to manipulate items magically. Whereas this guy, Nahum Caligaro, he's in stasis, basically. He's in a trance. He's in a cryo sleep. That somehow Cesare, his son, is able to manipulate on a limited level. You think. but it's more like a sideshow act.
Well, something to think about to help our characters do individually between now and next time we meet.
I was going to do that after you guys do the ritual. So, do you guys want to do the ritual first? I was going to. This one went kind of long.
I thought it was going to happen as we led up to the ritual. Okay.
No, it's going to be. You're going to do the ritual, and then I'm going to see how your rolls go to see how well you do the ritual, and you get bonuses or penalties based on your successes or failures, and then from that point, instead of going through the veil all at once, everybody's got their own little individual. That's what I was gonna do. I don't have to do that, but I thought, Asami might like to see a little glimpse into the future. I thought Arthur might have like a little something that he's got going on, and Zed I definitely know is curious about the window, and also maybe where Baccae came from, stuff like that.
Yeah, I had something I wanted to discuss with Marligris at some point, but it sounds like the ritual might be a better time to delve into that.
Okay.
Depending on what happens in it, because I'm not certain.
Do you guys have a half an hour or 45 minutes? You can play a little later tonight, because it's just been me talking for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm good.
What is the different components of the ritual that each of us would be responsible for doing?
Okay, so let's look the ritual over.
I don't know if I can really make these DC 36 checks.
Right, but don't forget you're adding 5 because you got the Paginarum Lethargica right off the bat. You've got access to that, so you start it with plus 5. Secondary casters of at least 4. So say everybody participates, so there's another plus 1 for everybody. You all have spellcasting ability, so there's another plus 1 for at least Velkeen, and then plus 2 for everybody else. And then for the final check, which is the knowledge planes check, that's DC 35. You'll also have the clavis somnus, which is another plus 5. And then everybody who made their secondary check gives the primary caster, which I imagine would probably be Luna, her knowledge.
Are we all individually making a planes check?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, I can succeed that then.
Yeah, one person's going to make a disable device. One person's going to make a perform. One's going to make a use magical device. One's going to make a perception. One's going to do knowledge arcana. One's going to do planes. So what I basically... Yeah.
That breakup is what I was needing to know, and then we would assign each person as the primary for that role.
Yeah, exactly.
Could somebody aid other in that?
No, because basically what you're doing is this ritual is just to aid
the secondaries are basically aid another.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody who succeeds gives a bonus to the final check, which is the knowledge planes 35, which I figured will probably be Luna. Just because Luna has access to lesser restoration, and the primary caster takes 2d6 points of damage and becomes exhausted. And the way to heal that is lesser restoration. If she's on her own somewhere.
Exhaustion cannot be healed by lesser restoration.
Sure can.
Fatigue can be healed by lesser restoration, not exhaustion.
I think I checked this out. I'm pretty sure.
So I think that we're all in agreement that Asami has the perform check responsibility. Yeah. I don't think anyone's going to compete.
Oh, it improves exhaustion to
fatigue. Okay. Yeah.
I see.
At which point
it just did nothing.
Right. At which point you can get rid of fatigue with another casting.
I see.
Or a potion or whatever. Like I say, she's the only one that can actually cast it in the party who would be making the trip. So, you don't know. Obviously, you guys don't know exactly what's going to happen because it's not something that the book teaches.
Well, if we know what we got to do, we would research, like, okay, somebody has to make the use magic device check. That's
Yeah.
we can plan for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't plan for things we don't know.
Exactly. So I've got at least +7 +7 to +8 for every roll. So on top of, it's probably going to be your best skill checks. It's going to be +13, +14, +15, +8. So it's going to be 50-50 for most of them.
The party sheet doesn't tell us where people sit with use magic device rating. At least I don't.
I have a UMD of 10.
I think Zed was the best for that one.
Yeah, mine's only 15. So Zed's better than 15?
I don't know if he's better than 15, but your perform is the best.
Yeah, yeah.
My UMD is 15.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the same there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably not.
Is someone doing Arcana or you said Spellcraft?
Yeah, I think Arcana would probably be, well, Zed, Arthur, or Luna. But if Luna's doing the final check, then
I'm not good at
Here,
Arcana.
let's do this.
I'm good at Arcana. Are you good at Spellcraft?
Somebody
No.
can guidance for +1. If
I
we
don't- I
can
don't
find
think-
somebody,
yeah,
I don't think guidance will last long enough.
the ritual only lasts for an hour. Because basically what you do,
Oh, okay.
yeah, what you're doing is
then heroism.
heroism would last for long enough.
So we need to find someone who has that. That lasts 80 minutes +2 bonus.
Is that a 4th level spell?
That's a
Third.
second level. That's a third level spell.
3rd level spell. Okay.
I don't think we have anyone who can cast that.
You did.
I
but,
can. I just need the spell.
Yeah.
It's
That's
had
also
it.
going to eat all of your slots.
I
It's-
exchanged it, so I don't have it right now.
Is it on the war priests?
I'll look at it. What's up?
She's not. She's
Alchemist,
I know.
Arcanist,
I don't know how
Bard,
level she
Ranger,
is.
She's 7th level, so
Summoner. I don't see it as a
I don't
cleric.
see it. No.
War priest, yeah.
No, it's a bard. It's a
second
like,
level.
bard.
Oh,
so.
you took it off your list, eh?
It's on
Right.
the sorcerer. I exchanged it. You know, each time you level some
Yeah.
levels, you have a chance to change. I wasn't using it, and a lot of the abilities doubled up with my
Yeah, it's
buffs, so I changed it out for something a little more useful. Of course,
it's a bard
really need
wizard
it.
spell.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the 3rd level wizard spell. You guys could gain access to learn it. What is it? How much is it for learning a 3rd level spell? Like 80 gold pieces or something like that? 80 gold robes?
90.
90?
90.
That might be a worthwhile investment.
It's going to eat all of the
It's
third level slots.
It's gonna eat all your 3rd level slots though.
Well, if a bard casts it, it counts as a 2nd level. So if I'm doing it off a scroll,
Yeah, scroll will be more expensive than learning it
Scrolls are
from the
far more expensive.
from the guild.
right? I'm just
We do not
saying,
have that much money.
Yeah.
it is a lower level.
We do not have enough money for that.
Yeah. A psychic and a medium can cast it. Maybe what's her face can do it.
Let's see what her spells are. NPCs. I don't think so.
We got a 50-50 chance, and we got to do like 4 rolls. So we got like
5 rolls. Plus the
50-50 on 5 rolls.
The secondaries don't
Yeah.
really matter that much. They're more just to make the primary better.
yeah, three have to make it total, including the primary. The secondaries are just to like give a boost to the final primary, which is also going to be shooting a +5, +1 for everybody who makes their roll. So you're shooting a +8, +5, +3 more, 4 more, 2 more, whoever make it. And then depending on how well the ritual goes, it's going to affect your own little individual kind of vignettes. And maybe if it goes really bad, something else might happen.
So I can do arcane concordance. That might help us a little. But with what I mean is the meta magic feat that comes with that.
Okay. What does
it
that
will
do?
it will not last anywhere near long enough.
Yeah, you're looking.
Well,
the ritual takes place
extending-
for an hour. Like you have to cast your spells and then start the ritual. Because basically what you're
Right.
doing is you're drinking the wormwood wine and whatever drugs you might want to take or not take. Then there's the drawing of the doorway in the grave earth while lighting the incense, and then you're using the key to unlock the door. Like all these things after you've fallen asleep kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I was just saying the extend could extend any buffs that we would be given that might make it exceed that hour, depending on what buffs we're talking about.
If anybody was able to cast heroism, it would last for an hour. So,
Yeah.
If you were able to cast a spell that, if extended, would last an hour, then it would have to be a 10 per cast level spell.
yeah, like heroism.
And that would already be too much. It would not be beneficial.
No, heroism would be beneficial.
Arcane Concordance would not be beneficial.
No, Arcane Concordance wouldn't. So you guys want to have like, I know Zed plays another game on Monday nights. I was going to say we could do like a half session just to get all this. Because you're going to get it. Something happens before the ritual that we didn't really get to. I thought for sure we'd have tons of time. I wasn't gonna bring Malagris into it, but then Arthur thought of it, so I couldn't ignore it. He was for after all this, but he's also shed a lot of light into the background of all this too. So you guys go into this little journey knowing exactly what happened, which is potentially useful.
If you guys want to continue without me, I gotta go in a few.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, do you guys want to do another session, or you want to wait till Monday? Because once I do like the little interlude and we do the rolls for the ritual, then we're gonna like break up into little bits. So I don't want to have a whole session where 4 people are sitting around while one person does stuff, kind of thing. Because I agree with you, Ray. It's kind of like it's not the best way to do it. But I also want to. There's story elements that I think are fun for. There's things that people want to learn that I haven't had a chance to so far. And I thought that would be the interesting way to do it.
Well, ready to show up and play when it's playtime. And if we want to do something individual between, we can.
It's just that the in between comes after there's a big together thing, which obviously is the ritual, and then I was gonna try to figure out how to do the little half an hour to an hour little vignettes.
We need to do the rolls tonight for the big thing, or are you just saying that's not appropriate yet?
Yeah, I'm saying we haven't really got to it yet, but we can. Kind of let us. Do you guys have?
If we do the rolls for it now, then we'll be at a point in 20 minutes or so that we would be doing the individual thing before next session.
Yeah. If you guys want to do the rolls now.
Okay. What piece of this? We've got it broken up between the 4 major casters, but what piece would Velkeen be doing?
Velkeen would probably be doing perception.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And he is a caster. I mean, he's not a
right. He's giving us a bonus. Yeah.
Okay. He's definitely a caster. So he would get +7 to his perception roll. If he was the
I roll now?
Yeah, fire away. I'll write it down. We'll see what we come up with.
Which dice?
Perception through skill. Did you level up?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so give yourself another +1.
Yeah, because odds are you're going to put a point in perception.
I'm pretty sure you're going to take another thing of perception. Yeah. So open up your character, and on the skills tab, you should see perception, and then I'm going to add 8 to it.
Okay, looking for perception.
And we're trying to beat the number of 32.
Okay.
So 24 or better. All right.
So let's see. I just click on the number. Or
Yeah, just double click on the. Let's see here.
The one with the die, it's the total. The one on the far right is what you'd click on.
Yeah. There we go. All right.
Hey.
Perception check.
Oh, he got a 29 plus your 8.
Plus 8, yeah. So 37. Yeah. So
fantastic.
Cool.
So all right. So you beat it by 5. Nice. You get a +2 for something. All right. Who wants to do the perform check?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any bonus?
+8 to start.
Okay.
You're all up to date on your sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to do wind. I'm going to play the flute.
Okay.
I think telling a joke in a ritual doesn't seem to make sense, even though statistically that's a better option.
In a dream ritual?
Yeah,
come on.
Whereas I think her sitting down there and playing the flute in a melodic way as we're doing the ritual, that makes more sense. I'm taking a little bit of a hit, but you tell me.
Could be a 20
stand-up comedy and start insulting the ritual.
Well, it doesn't have to be that. You could tell a 25-minute long story like The Machine or something like that helps people go to sleep. Yeah, it could be anything,
Alrighty, well, we'll do the comic.
So some comedies just like jokes, and some comedies like long form.
And it'll be like a long form hopefully doesn't put people to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. So what do I need to roll?
You get +8.
Okay.
Because you're caster level.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so it's 44 total. So it's +3. All right. Nice.
That's riveting.
Very nice. Okay.
Nobody loses their concentration with that funny joke.
So who's got the, let's see here. Disabled device.
The Baccae.
All right. Baccae shooting.
Sure.
She doesn't have any spellcasting ability, I don't think.
She does not.
So she has +6.
Okay. So I'll put a +6 modifier in there. And then roll. So what she gets is what she should get.
Nice.
There you go.
What we got there? 40. Jesus Christ. So 40, 48.
That's no, 42. I added the 6.
Oh, you added the 6 already. Okay.
Yeah.
Disable. So 42. It's also +3. Okay. Zed. I think maybe you might be for the use magic device.
So here goes the crap roll. I mean, yay, me.
But you're adding 8.
All right, putting the 8 adjustment in. So what I roll is what I roll.
Look at that.
There you go.
Did it. So you got 4 for 4, and that one there is another +1. Okay, and last one I think is Knowledge Arcana.
All right,
do it.
I'll do that. What am I rolling that at?
You got a +8 altogether.
Right.
$34, and that's included in there. Okay, so 34 is a success. So +0 because you didn't exceed by 5, and we've got. So let me double check. Role play. We've got Arcana check, Perception check, Magic device check performed, Disabled device. So so it would be Knowledge Planes at +18 from Luna, and I don't think she can fail. Let me just double check.
I mean, I doubt we can take 10 on this, so...
No, you can't. So it's +8 for spellcasting, +5 for the key, +5 for all your successes. So yeah, so +18. And Naz had to go, but Knowledge of the Plane, she's +16. So basically she has to roll a 2. All right. The ritual is a success. And there's some individual bonuses that I've got written down here. Because your journey through is not without its own dangers. Do you guys... I'm pretty much free most days or nights. I don't know what everybody's schedules are beyond Monday night. Thursday night, I'm obviously no good. So we're running a game. But if you have a couple hours and you're interested in your little vignette, we can do that then.
Yeah.
Should I have Arthur discuss what he wants to do in the future?
Yeah, we can do that during your vignette. Absolutely.
During the vignette.
Yeah, we can do that like a beforehand, before you do the ritual. There's also there's an event that takes place before the ritual. I'm pretty sure you're going to win. So I'm pretty confident that.
Yeah, because I don't know whether you want it to be a case of having a flashback or having the actual dream sequence.
Exactly.
Give, insight.
So what we'll do is we'll have a flashback to begin the next group episode, where in the Church of Utah, you're from out of the corner. Let's see here. This creature emerges
Ugh.
with this person grasping it, saying,
Oh.
"Give us the book." And obviously, this is like a dark dream version of Myra Lombroso. So she comes through with a Hound of Tindalos in the church while you guys are maybe... You don't have to worry about armor or anything like that, so we don't have to really catch you off guard. But sometime during your week, they come through and they try to grab the book. But that'll be a flashback before we do. We're gonna go a little vignettes, then we're gonna go flashback, and then we're gonna go group adventure. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, awesome. Do you guys individually have like an hour or two over the next couple weeks?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll find time. If anything, Monday night, right?
Yeah, I know.
Monday would be probably good for me.
Okay, because I know Zed's got another game on Mondays off.
I'm also having surgery Monday for some stuff, so I'm probably out for a bit next week.
What about?
So I'd like to knock it out this week at some point.
Definitely can, for sure. I've got, like, other than Thursday night, I've got like free time. So
I'll be free at any point, more or less.
Okay, cool. So we'll get together individually, and we'll. You guys are okay with recording that and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And what I'll do is once we all go through, and we get together. When we get together and have our little flashback of the church attack, then the ritual, then your little vignettes, I'll post it between the when we leave and when we group it again. So that way we kind of don't know what happened in between until you're already in the dream world together.
Yeah, I feel like what Arthur desires will be more interesting to see when he thinks he's alone.
Okay, so we don't have to record that, Arthur.
No, he doesn't say it around the party. They have to figure out either by watching the thing or seeing the fruits of what he's doing.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm fine with them out of character learning about it.
All right.
He just has reason to not want them to learn in character that you can understand.
Yeah, fair enough.
A little taboo, one could say.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not like player versus player. Or,
no, he has no intentions of actually
then we're good.
using it to harm the players.
Yeah,
of course not.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of
there's a reason I said that he was making sure that the priest wasn't around.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, this is kind of a darker grimmer setting. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine with all that. It's a little moral ambiguity never hurt anybody in Lankhmar.
Yeah. Because Arthur's not really interested in items or trinkets. He has different interests.
Excellent. All right. Well, yeah, give me a buzz when you think you might have some free time, and we'll see what we can do.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Just at any point, really.
All right. Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Zed, I've kind of been planning yours for a while now. So
Excellent. I'll probably be free Friday or Sunday. So
okay. Yeah. Excellent. I'll
Whatever
keep that
works.
in mind. Like I say, I've got other than Thursday night, I'm pretty much free. So
okay.
all right. Good game, everybody. Sorry if I rambled on.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's good.
fine. It happens.
I think its story is always good. Because the last few have just been beat down. So
Yeah, it's nonstop. Yeah, a lot of combat. I was gonna kick this off with some combat too, but you guys went to Malagris right away, so the entities have no access to Malagris as mentioned.
Yeah. Now that I'm 8th level, I don't really fear enemies being immune to my fear effects anymore.
Excellent.
Not unless they have 13 or more hit dice.
Very good.
Or is it 12 or more hit dice? Let me see. Is it if they are 4 higher than my cast level, or if they're over 4 my cast level? Let me look. Where did the ability go? There it is. If they exceed it by 4 or more, okay. So if they have 12 or more hit dice, they can still be immune. All right.
Yeah, you know that Malagris is interested in you specifically. I mean, he knows Luna's very capable as a wizard, but he's seen that before.
I have a very particular.
He's probably
brand
not
of
seen your
magic.
skill set before, so he's.
I have a hyper specialization in 2 different types.
And what I'll do is
shadow magic and fear.
I'll post the links to the stories if you want to get a little background of maybe the early life of Malagris from maybe a different time and a different dimension, maybe a different world. But you've heard of these places through the game or through dream sequences and stuff like that. So it might be parts of Naywan that haven't been actually mapped out. Like it's like in the old Roman days, they kind of knew that there was China, but they couldn't really put it on a map kind of thing. You've heard of places called Comorium and Hyperborea and stuff like that. These are all basically constructs of Clark Ashton Smith that have taken some of his literature and worked it into the campaign. So these 3 stories with Malagris in it may or may not be of interest to you. I'll put the links on the Discord, and if you guys want to listen to a Clark Ashton Smith story that has actual Malagris in it, maybe not this version of Malagris, but maybe a different time, a different life. He's a wizard after all. But I'll put them in the Discord. They're
always good for a good story.
They're like a half an hour, 45 minutes, mostly. The Double Shadow is cool. There's also another one called the Dark Eidolon that I was going to try to work in, but it didn't have anything to do with Malagris. It was a different wizard. Yeah, the Double Shadow is my favorite. The Last Incantation is pretty cool. It's not the last incantation that you would think. And the Death of Malagris is like, all right, this guy had some juice. So I'll put those links on the Discord in the roleplay section. And when we get together again, we get together again. And 2 Mondays from now, we'll do the group stuff.
Sounds good.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for your patience, and we'll see you sometime over the next couple weeks or Thursday night.
All right. Good night.
Keith, did you get a chance to update your character or anything? Do you need some help with it, or?
Yeah, actually, damn it, I just closed Fantasy Grounds or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Let me open it back up.
Sure thing. I'll kill the recording.